Hello guys, this is Rydon Academia and we are still on our series on the laws of indices. Okay, we've posted videos on multiplication laws, on division laws, and today we'll be looking at our third law, which is our product power law. Okay, our product power law. Alright, so our product power law holds that when a whole number is raised to a given index or power, okay, and that whole expression is still raised to another power, we simply multiply the powers. Okay, that's why it is called product power. Alright, like let me give an assumption. We have a raised to power n, and this entire expression is still raised to another power, let's say m. Okay, what we simply do is you multiply the powers together, so you can have a raised to power n times m. That will be giving us a raised to power mn. You can as well as change this. Okay, that's what we can do with our product power law. We can also change this to become a raised to power m in the bracket and n outside the bracket. All right, just a direct swap. Okay, but it's still going to give us the same answer. So this is what our product power looks like. We can play with our figures, all right, and still have the correct answer. For example, we're going to take this. We have 7x raised to power 3, and then all right, we have 7x raised to power 3, and we are asked to simplify this. Now 7x raised to power 3, like we just did here, is simply 7 raised to power 3 times x. All right, and that will be giving us 7 raised to power 3x, or if you want, you can also swap it to become 7 raised to power 3 raised to power x. All right, and 7 raised to power 3 will be giving us 343. All right, so we'll be having 343 raised to power x. Are we there? So these are simple expansion. All right, if you want to call it, let's say, simplification. Now I'm going to take an example and then we're going to solve. We are given that 16 raised to power x minus 5 times 4 raised to power x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now we are asked to find the value of our x. Okay, now this will be leading us to what is known as a quadratic equation. Okay, let's continue. Using a product power law, we are going to be breaking our 16 raised to power x. Okay, we can see the unknown here is also having a base of 4. We can simplify this also with 4. We'll be having 16 to be 4 raised to power 2 raised to power x. Okay, this is what our product power law looks like. We can break down or simplify 16. Now we have minus 5. Instead of a multiplication sign, I'll be using a bracket. All right, plus 4 is equal to 0. Now you can see we have 4 raised to power 2, but our x is out. Now I told you that we can also swap this. All right, so we'll be swapping our x and 2. We'll be having 4 raised to power x all square minus 5 multiplied by 4 raised to power x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now what we simply do is to work on a more simpler pace. I'll be equating 4 raised to power x to y. Alright, so we'll be assuming that 4 raised to power x will be equal to y. Alright, so wherever we see 4 raised to power x, we'll be using y. So we'll be having y squared minus 5y, right, plus 4 is equal to 0. And this will be leading us to our quadratic equation. So we're using our general formula method. Okay, formula method is just minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. All right, from here our a is the coefficient of our y square, which is 1. All right, our b is the coefficient of our y, which is minus 5. All right, and our c is our constant, which is plus 4. So we'll be substituting this in our formula. All right, so we can solve this. Our minus b will be having minus, and our b is still minus 5. Okay, we have plus or minus the square root of our b square is minus 5 square. Alright, like I said, our b is minus 5. And then we have minus 4 multiplied by our a is 1 and our c is plus 4, right? Over 2a. Our 2a is still 1. Alright, so let's simplify. Minus minus becomes plus. We have 5 plus or minus the square root of minus 5 square will be giving us 25. Alright, and if we multiply this, 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16. Alright, so 25 minus 16 over 2. Now we're going to be looking at the square root aspect. We have plus or minus. 25 minus 16 will be giving us 9. Alright, so the square root of 9 over 2. Okay, so we have 5 plus or minus. The square root of 9 is 3 over 2. So our y is equal to, this plus or minus is telling us about two options, okay? It's either equal to 5 plus 3 over 2, alright? 5 plus 3 over 2 or 5 minus 3 over 2. This is what plus or minus stands for, alright? So for the first, we'll be having 5 plus 3 over 2, that will be giving us 8 over 2, or 5 minus 3 will be giving us 2 over 2, right? So our y is equal to 8 over 2 is 4, or 2 over 2 is 1. But our y, or rather not asked to find y, right? Our y came to represent 4 raised to power x. So we'll be looking at that aspect, but y is equal to 4 raised to power x, okay? So when y in this case is equal to 4, we can say that 4 raised to power x is equal to 4. And we can also say 4 is what? 4 raised to power 1 in index form. Now the bases are same. We can equate the power that x is equal to 1. Alright, now for the second option, when our y is equal to 1, we have that 4 raised to power x is equal to 1. Like I said in our previous video, whatever is raised to power 0 will be equal to 1, okay? So we can use for 4. We can say 4 raised to power x is equal to 4 raised to power 0, right? So that we can have an equal base. And since the bases are same, we can also equate their power. X is equal to 0. So we can say that our x is equal to 0 or 1. And we are true. Like we are asked to find the value of x, alright? So with this, we've come to the end of our product power law. If you have not subscribed to our channel, do well so that whenever we release a new video, you'll be notified immediately. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and see you in our next class. Thank you.